Hey fuckers, it's Papi Diego here. I am going to be showing y'all how to be playing Morgen United on the new map Commons. This is going to be like not so much of an edited video, no BS. I'm going to show y'all exactly the lineups, the smokes, everything that you guys need to know on how to play Morgen United on Commons. All right, so first we're going to start off with the B side, execute. And where you want to go is on top of this barrel for both of your smokes. You're going to want to see these pipes. Just aim above those pipes a little bit. This isn't really a lineup. This is going to be just kind of looking at your mini map. You're going to want to aim your first smoke here. You're going to toss that, and then you're going to throw your other one a little bit lower than the first one. Smoke. Just like that. And then both of those smokes are completely flush. There's going to be no cracks onto this one. No cracks at all. So this covers the complete right side of sight, so you can focus on taking the actual site with your homies. And then you're going to want to see this arrow. This is going to be for post plant. You're going to see this arrow, kind of aim towards like this general direction for plant.
I'm planting the Zeus.
And you're going to want to plant this in the open for a reason. I want to show y'all.
Zeus has been planted.
So for post plant, you're going to want to get to this little corner here with the barrels. And then for your mollies, you're going to want to aim at this little edge here from the ship. And you just want to toss it.
Meltdown.
And this is going to land right on it. This is going to hurt real bad for the enemy. Obviously, this is my Spectre, so I'm not taking that much damage. And then you can toss it again if you have two.
Drop and melt.
And then if you toss that, and there's still a lot of time left for them to defuse, you can just run up, pull out with your gun, and if they tap the fuse, then you can just kind of jiggle this and just fight this. But this puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team because you take off a lot of seconds with your mollies. So it's basically GG's when you throw both mollies back to back. It's basically GG's at that point. Now for A execute, you have to smoke for middle like every time. You have to smoke for middle every time. It just denies information. Thankfully, this game has a decent like indicator of where smoke lands. What you want to do is smoke it pretty deep.
Dropping smoke.
I want to smoke that pretty deep just to make sure no one from over there kind of peeks you. So all you have to do is worry about someone short. You have some people going short, you're gonna go A main with someone, hopefully. If not by yourself, that's perfectly fine. For entering site, you can either just toss the smoke like right here, just like toss it real fast, or if you want to be real safe with it, you can go into here and then just kind of look at your mini map and then throw it as deep as you can, just like that. Throw it deep as you can so there's no crack. There's no cracks. And then you can just worry about sight with your team. And then you're going to want to plant it right here.
I'm planting.
This is pretty safe from anyone from middle, from laundry.
Zeus has been planted.
This will definitely be a pretty good planting spot. And then you're going to want to come back to here. And then this lineup, you want to look at the little square by your smoke. And you want to flush it into this corner of this window right here. And then just throw it.
Lobbing.
This will land right on the bomb. Right on the bomb, literally. And if someone is peeking it, well, first we're gonna do that.
Melt.
This will land right on the bomb. And you can just, after it lands, you can just jiggle peek, because they're probably gonna be like right there when they step away from it and peek you and stuff, so that you can just go like this, fight that person. If you hear them tap one more time, then you can fight it normally. And then after that, just GG's. Now here's an extra little smoke I'm gonna show y'all. This is like the smoke shift smoke. You guys might have seen this on this map. It's been pretty popular around Morgens to do this. I can smoke shift into right here. If I land a smoke shift pretty deep into mid, I can then peek out of that smoke shift and fight for short A. So you're gonna wanna pull up here, and obviously they can swing this, so you can like slow aim this and just kind of hold it. And you're gonna wanna be right here. You do not want to do this smoke here, because someone can peek out of main, and sometimes random teammates are the most trustworthy. So you want to sit right here where you're blocked off from A main and you're blocked off from middle, and then you're going to want to throw this smoke pretty deep into
smoke shift
mid, just like that. And then you're going to want your team to push up mid. You do not want to swing out of this by yourself. You can, most of the time it does work, but if you can swing this with teammates, that would make it so much easier. And then both of you can just swing this, push this together. Sometimes they play up top here, sometimes they play up top here. You want to be careful. And then hopefully you have someone coming in A main as well, and then you can take this whole site just kind of like pinching everybody. But there always is someone playing A short because they have to play A short because your smoke in the beginning denies information from deep mid. So someone has to play A short to take some type of mid control, or they're going to be up here. So you want to be careful if someone is playing up here as well. If they're not playing close here, then they're probably playing here, or they're going to play here, for example. So someone's always going to watch this. Like, no good team is not going to have someone watching this. So now with Morgen, you have this trip for defense. This trip is very, very strong. As soon as it goes off, it slows you like crazy. So what you're going to want to do is put it much more out of main, kind of like around this area, rather than super deep like this, because this is very shootable. Like, if they can see it like right here, they can shoot that. But if it's over here, this is like in the middle of their site execute. They are worried about angles. They're worried about people peeking them. They are not worried about looking down at their screen. So you're going to want to put it out here so they get stuck out in the middle of no man's land. And what you could do, if this is on a buy round, you can play with your trip on the side here while you're watching mid short. If they're not pushing mid short and they're fully executing through main, when this goes off, you can shoot this through smoke. You can just wide peek it if they made it that far. If they didn't make it that far, just shoot through this wall here. And that's basically Morgen when it comes to defense. You put your trip. If they're coming here, you shoot through the wall, or you just play off of your trip. And after you get a kill or two, you just throw your smoke, cover the integrity of a main, and then wait for your teammates to come in. Because this will stall them fully. This will fully stall them, and that makes them waste their smokes. So Morgen's trip, even though it's just one trip, is very, very strong. And now the same thing goes for B site. You really want to put it as they're going in, so kind of like around this area. This is gonna be very hard for them to shoot. Again, they're in the middle already. They're already looking at angles to peek. They're not gonna be looking down at the ground. So this is going to be a really difficult time for them if they run into this. And usually you're smoked off. As long as you know where your trip is, they're going to be slowed around this half of the trip, which means you can shoot that through the wall, or you can just peek it. And then of course, after you get a kill, you can do a quick little molly throw up into the sky. That always works too. There is a little smoke that you can do for middle from here. It's not the most valuable smoke in the world, but it can work at times if you just throw it onto this box middle. You just look where my indicator is. Boom.
Smoke here.
You can throw that, and it becomes a massive one-way, and it completely blocks off that heaven towards mid, and then you can play off of this one-way. But the only problem is there's two angles they can peek you from, so it's a little bit risky. And also, if they just smoke you off mid, you cannot, you can't really do much of anything. But that is a smoke that you can do if they don't smoke you off mid. This is a not so very good team. You can throw that smoke mid. It gives them something to at least think about, because middle is very free for the attackers. This is very free. It's very easy to just smoke off mid and then just bust through a main. So it does give them something to think about a little bit. But that is all for Morgen United, guys. If you guys enjoy this kind of content on learning more about the agent abilities and lineups, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do live stream every day on Twitch, so make sure you hit the link in the description to join that. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.